I don't come and use my platform to uplift black people. I give a damn about black people. I care about my kind. My kind. I can see a black person getting his ass kicked by the police. I ain't jumping in.
So Charleston White comes onto the Cam Newton podcast, and I want to say this. I don't support anything about Charleston White. I don't think he's knowledgeable. I don't think he spits game. I don't think that he is some enlightened person. I don't think he does anything for the community. What Dr. Umar said is like just wholeheartedly true about him. This is a guy who has talked about women deserving to be, you know, this is a guy that's talking about doing these things in the past, all this stuff. This isn't a situation to me where it's a broken clock is right twice a day. This is just a guy that's ignorant. And he goes on the Cam Newton podcast and he does what he does best, which is, of course, be ignorant.
This is the thing, Charleston. Like, I think everything that you're saying has some truth to it. It's just the delivery. There's no denying that you're standing for and by your people.
Well, here's the thing. When you're addressing evil, you can't worry about the delivery. When you're looking at the conditions of our community, you can't worry about the evil when you got kids that kill kids and say we smoking on Tuka. See, they wasn't worried about the delivery when these kids in Chicago were talking about smoking on Tuka. Mm-hmm. They weren't worried about the delivery. I ain't got no manners for no slut. I'm going to put my thumb in her butt. The delivery? I like girls kissing girls where I'm from, and that's on the radio. Girls on girls, that's promoting lesbianism to my daughter as we driving to school. This song.
Why are you listening to that song on the radio? And I don't think they're playing the song on the radio. See, this is my problem with Charleston White. This is my problem with Charleston White. I don't understand why people even encourage him. But at the same time, I do. Dame Dash said it best. Charleston White is a part of a collection of people who sound smart to somebody dumb. He sounds smart to somebody dumb. What you gonna tell me about delivery? And then proceeds to yell, 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 yell. Scream, holler, get a little animated. And then you have a bunch of dumb people. He's right. He's spitting without really even saying anything relevant.
They playing with Drake. Y'all worried about the delivery? These niggas talking about killing each other. That nigga Thug said, nigga, I shot at your mama. You don't mention me no more. He really shot that nigga mama. And y'all worried about my delivery? These niggas are confessing to murders on songs. And y'all worried about my delivery? The conditions of black sucking them, talking about booty holes. Y'all worried about my delivery? Come on, don't be hypocrites, black people. Y'all can't listen to this music if y'all so caught up in my delivery. Don't do me like that. And the way y'all snap and pop y'all pussy to this music, the way y'all kill and drill to this music, don't trip about my delivery. Hey, yo, Easy, why you wear your pants like that? I wear my pants like that because that's easy access, baby. Easy, why you talk like that? I talk like that to get my point across. Because when I wasn't talking like that, wearing a bow tie, y'all wasn't paying me no attention, and I was going to the Supreme Court changing laws and legislations in this country. I was working with over 50 U.S. congressional members, from Ted Cruz to Mark Rubio, Senator John Cornyn. I was on the front page of the American Bar Association Journal. I had done a study with News 21, Walter Cronkite School of Journalism. Y'all wasn't paying attention then. So, nigga, I gave y'all what y'all want. A ignorant motherfucking nigga that talk like them rappers.
But even in what he's saying, to me, it doesn't make sense. Let's say he was doing all those things. I don't know Charleston White's background, so I'm not finna check it. I'm not looking at, who he is as a person or whatever the case may be. I don't necessarily care about none of that, to be honest with you. But let's just say he was doing those things in which he said he was doing, right? If you are actually factually impacting lives on what you were doing, like you said, you was on congressional caucuses and these halls and, all these things, and you were changing laws. Don't you think that's more effective than you going on to like the Cam Newton podcast and screaming and hollering and hooting around and stuff like that? Because what messages are you really getting across that's productive? What message is he getting across that is actually productive? And then what impact is he actually making? What impact is he actually making in these communities? He's just another one of them dudes that's on the internet speaking the truth. But when you said you were making laws and changing things like that, I swear, you were doing great. Hollis saying I got to listen to the last 10 minutes of the podcast. It'll answer all the questions. That's perfectly fine. I want to play this clip of Dr. Umar on somebody's podcast.
I don't believe I belong on a platform with him.
Okay.
As you can see, my message is very much about the best interests of the community. It's about saving our children, our men, our women. It's about building schools, which I'm actively doing. Okay. I don't believe I need to be on a podcast with someone who has disrespected our deceased, with someone who has said things that many people interpreted as being supportive of rape, as someone who has, done some things that many people would consider deplorable and unforgivable. The messages are not the same. The missions are not the same. The work is clearly not the same. Clearly not the same. Now, he says he's a community activist. I don't know what he's doing. I can't speak to that. But you're damn sure ain't done in these streets what I've done. You understand? I'm the most influential school psychologist in American history, hands down. I saved more black kids from prison and special ed than any other psychologist, educator, or person you can name. Like I said, I'm not knocking it. But whatever you're doing, it don't compare to what I'm doing. And I just think in the podcast world, sometimes these guys go out of their way to reduce those who are credentialed and expert in their field and put us on the same level as someone from the community who simply has an opinion. Right. And don't get me wrong, I'm humble. I'll bust it up with anybody. Mm-hmm. But with my 6 degrees, my credentials, my achievements and accomplishments in life, what I'm doing to serve our people, you're not just going to bring anybody in with me and say, y'all going to have a head-to-head. No, sir.
And I know people aren't going to like this because I'm a proponent of gatekeeping. I actually agree with what Umar said. And the internet has gotten so far away from these things, and they've even made their own lane because people are easily influenced, easily swayed, and all these things that they're believing the words of an entertainer over the words of somebody who is educated and who is studied. Now, with that being said, Umar, where do you fall? Where do you fall? Now, I won't take it away from this. Arlen is saying he's not a psychologist. I haven't seen any credible source of information that disproves Dr. Umar's degrees. I would love for somebody to present those things to me. What I can say, though, is he has done community activist work. He is doing grassroots things. It's not all for show. I do believe Umar is a showman, though. I've been to his live rallies. I understand who he is. But with that being said, I don't take away from the fact that he does do things for the community. There's a lot of other people, though, that are showmen that really can put on the show as opposed to putting in the groundwork, the legwork. That's why people like Ben Shapiro only debate kids on college campuses. That's why the Candace Owens of the world only debate certain people. That's why all these people stay in specific lanes because they know for a fact that in another conversation they'll get outclassed. They can't create the got you moment. And to be quite honest with you, they're not as educated as they would like you to believe. So they want to put themselves in situations where they can sound smart to somebody dumb. They want to sound smart to somebody dumb. And I hate the fact in this show during the pandemic, we take the word over the entertainers with their thoughts, their emotions, and their feelings over those who spent decades of research, spent decades of time, spent decades of effort. Academia, there's no money in academics. There is no money in academics. I want y'all to understand that. And if you do get some money, you are overworking yourself just 10x. You're working on 10 to 15 research projects. You're working on 10 to 15 grants. So there's no money in that. But there is money in being an entertainer online, making it sound like you're smart.
I only love what I know. I only care about what I'm here for. Our platform to help
Some truth. And you were speaking the gospel.
I don't use my platform to help nobody. I didn't come to the internet. I didn't create a platform to be helpful. I don't love people to help everybody. I only love what I know. I only care about what I'm connected to, and that's what I know. Mm-hmm. So I don't come and use my platform to uplift black people. Give a damn about black people, my nigga. I care about my kind, my niggas, and my kind. I can see a black person getting his ass kicked by the police. I ain't jumping in. I would have been the same black people standing right there watching George Floyd die. I wouldn't have sacrificed my life to push that cop off that nigga.
Did we expect anything different, though? That's my legitimate question. Cam Newton poured his heart out to Charleston White, and I didn't expect him to respond with anything different. And this is a crazy thing to say, following you saying, I'm here for the community, I'm supporting the community, I'm uplifting the community. Why the rappers didn't do this? Da 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 da. This is my plight. This is a crazy thing to say.
So I didn't create no platform for black people. Nigga, I create this motherfucker for monetization. Entertainment purposes only. Nigga, I don't give a damn about uplifting.
So you're not a celebrity?
No. So
that's not what celebrities do?
I don't know what celebrities do. I ain't now. I'm a nigga who talked his way into getting rich, making money.
That's not what celebrities do. That's not what rappers do. They don't use their voice to talk that shit.
I don't know what they do, fam.
They do.
I don't know. But if I'm a celebrity or not, nigga, I'm not here to help people. I help youth in real life. So I'm not finna come to the internet and waste my time, my energy, or my resources helping people from my platform. I do that in real life.
To your point, actions speak louder than words, because your actions help people in real life.
Yeah, so I come to the internet to do the totally opposite of what I did in real life.
I catch.
I come to the internet to be the opposite. Remember, I was a frustrated youth advocate. Mm-hmm. This was my outlet. Mm-hmm. This was my way of letting it out. Mm-hmm. And it just so happened to pop.
Mm. Last words. Got anything?
And this is why this right here is literally why Dr. Umar said what he said, and I'm glad I played that clip first. Appreciate Holla for telling us to skip to the end. This is why Dr. Umar said what he said. You help in real life, but you will let George Floyd get choked. You not here to help nobody. Use your words, use your message. You've gotten what you set out to do and be. You got the voice, you got the platform. You should be able to help people. But this is what Dr. Umar was talking about in real life. We have got to stop uplifting these types of people. That's the real attack. Especially those that give these strong, opinionated, divisive opinions, all that stuff like that. These people should not be propped up. This nigga Charleston White is crazy. Does he say anything else?
Anything?
You can't fix the community until you fix what's in the mirror. And I think that's the problem that most black people are trying to have. We overlooking the mirror, the man in the mirror. We overlooking the woman we laying next to. We overlooking the children, only to come outside and try to fix the community. When we need to be making our beds up in the morning when we get up. We need to be dusting the house during the, so that's the problem we having as black people. We trying to fix everybody but us, starting in the mirror. Then when you come out the mirror, nigga repairing and trying to fix you, you look around at your wife and your kids and in the house and try to fix what's in the house. Then you step out on your porch and say, hey, neighbor. Then you look down the street and see what's wrong with the street. Then you go out into your community, but you don't start from nowhere but the mirror. That's the starting point. And I think that's what we forgetting as black people. I went and fixed me before I came to the internet and started saying what was wrong in the community. I became the change that I wanted to see. In the process of doing that, I became famous. I found out that I got a gift in comedy. I discovered my talents that I didn't know I had as a kid.
So he can acknowledge, this is the most hypocritical thing in the world, and I'm truly done with him. So he can acknowledge that he's famous. He can acknowledge that he is a celebrity, or maybe he doesn't define himself as a celebrity, or whatever the case may be. He can acknowledge these things about himself, but simultaneously say, man, fuck black people, man. Fuck these black folks. Fuck this, that, and the third. I'm not here to help them, blase, blase, blah. How can you on one end acknowledge that these things are true, and this is your message, but then on the other end, you speak these words? A joke. The biggest joke on the internet. The biggest joke on the internet.